A very good afternoon to our respected Tina ma'am and all my dear friends. Me myself, Shrishti Tiwari from Universal College of Engineering from SECOM would like to explain you the topic complex Fourier series. Me and my teammate, namely Jamila Panchal, will explain you the application of complex form of Fourier series. Sarangi Kundi will explain you the following derivation of the following formulas, and the numericals will be followed by Prithvi Pillai, Lokesh Singh, and Chinmay Sandhane under the guidance of Dr. Tina Trivedi. So, before starting, let's first see what Fourier series is. We first might look at the person who invented this. So, as you all can see, on the right side of the screen is the person who found the way to solve the problems related to waves, vibration, and the heat transfer. Jean-Baptiste Joseph Fourier, the French mathematician, invented the Fourier series. His idea was to model a complicated heat source as a linear combination of simple sine and the cosine waves to write the solution as a linear combination of the corresponding eigensolution. Fourier series is a periodic function composed of harmonically related sinusoids combined by a weighted summation with appropriate weight. One cycle of the summation can be made to approximate an arbitrary function in that interval. As such, the summation is a synthesis of another function. This linear combination is called as Fourier series. Now we'll see the formula of Fourier series. Here you can see now the Fourier series, which is representation of the periodic function in the terms of trigonometric function sine and the cosine. That is, f of x is equal to a naught plus summation from 1 to infinity an cos n by x upon L plus bn sine n by x upon L, where a naught is equal to 1 upon 2L integration limit from minus L to L f of x dx. An is equal to 1 upon L integration limit from minus L to L f of x cos n by x upon L. Bn is equal to 1 upon L integration limit from minus L to L f of x sine n by x upon L, where a naught, an and bn are the Fourier coefficient. But for complex form of Fourier series, the formula becomes f of x is equal to summation from n is equal to minus infinity to infinity cn e raised to I n by x upon L, where c where c naught is equal to a naught upon 2, cn is equal to an minus ibn upon 2 upon cn c minus n is equal to an plus ibn upon 2, where c naught cn and c minus n will be the new coefficient, whereafter the Swarangi will explain you the derivation for this formula. Now I would like to hand over Jaimit, who will explain you all the applications.
So thank you so much, Srishti. So guys, let's carry on with the further topic. I am Jamit Pansal, serial number 72, and I am going to tell you about the applications of complex form of Fourier series. So guys, firstly, solving the complex form of Fourier series makes algebraical equation more simpler and easier to solve. And in most of the field, this part is used more in all physics and other science related subjects. Now, with the mathematical technique, it is used in the major subjects like for example optics, graph, integration, differentiation, summation, and trigonometry. Well, all this is numerical related knowledge. In the physical world, we see this application in electrical parts where we design the circuit boards for vibration analysis where we can measure the frequency of any earthquake or sound in decibels, and then the quantum machine which runs on the applications of quantum mechanics. So guys, now if we sum up all these applications, we can find that it is used in the communication process. But how and where? So guys, all the communication which we do is in the form of sound wave. But here comes the problem. Why? We talk to someone, there are so many different waves or sound which interfere our voice. So Fourier series helps you purify the voice by separating all the harmonic function waves, and then studying each of them individually will help you resolve the communication problem. Since this is not the only problem, we used to solve the problem related to this part. There are other techniques as well. So guys, but now we are not an astronaut, not an employee in the telecommunication company. So where can we use this formula or this topic? So in programming, guys, sometimes we need to develop some functions which is related to mathematical functions such as exponents, sine, or any calculus related functions. So this topic, it helps you evaluate the function more easier and help you program more smoothly. So that's all for the application. Now I would like Swara to explain you the further derivation of complex form of Fourier series. Thank you.
Thanks, Jamit. Hello everyone, I am Swarangi Kunbi, serial number 50. I am going to explain the derivation part as my fellow mates gave you a bit idea. Let me take you through the process of how it is solved and what all the formulae are used. As you all know that if we have to find a Fourier series of f of x in interval of minus L to plus L, that will be f of x is equal to a naught by 2 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity into an cos nx plus bn sin nx. This is normal Fourier series. Now if we substitute, cos x is equal to e raised to ix plus e raised to minus ix upon 2, and sin x is equal to e raised to ix minus e raised to minus ix upon 2i. This is derived by Euler's formula. And what is Euler's formula? That is e raised to ix is equal to cos x plus I sin x, and in the same way e raised to minus ix is equal to cos x minus I sin x. So if we write the Fourier series of function in complex form, we get a naught by 2 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity into an into e raised to inx plus e raised to minus inx upon 2 plus bn into e raised to inx minus e raised to minus inx upon 2i. And using coefficient form, we get summation n is equal to 1 to infinity cn into e raised to inx. Here, coefficients Cn are called as complex Fourier coefficient, and we define them by Cn is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration minus pi to plus pi f of x into e raised to minus inx dx, where the value of n is equal to 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, and so on. Now, to expand the function f of x of period 2L, if we combine the rewritten Fourier series of function in complex form and standard Fourier series, we get f of x is equal to summation n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity cn into e raised to I n pi x by L, where cn is equal to I by 2L integration minus L to plus L f of x into e raised to minus in pi x by L dx. Here, value of n will be 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, and so on. So this is complex form of Fourier series, and L used in the exponent term is equal to half length of interval. That means in which interval we have to find the main Fourier series, L is its half length. And when we have to find the function of Fourier series, we should keep in mind that in which interval the Fourier series will be formed, accordingly its L will be decided. In easy way, we can say that new Fourier series using iota term is called a complex form. Example, if we find Fourier series in minus pi to plus pi interval, the total length will be 2 pi and half will be pi. So L is equal to pi. Similarly, if we find in 0 to pi interval, the total will be pi and its half will be pi by 2. That is, L is equal to pi by 2. Hope so you got it. The example based on this will be explained by Prithvi, Chinmay, and Lokesh. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Prithvi Pillai from SE Coms and my serial number is 92. As we have previously seen the concepts and applications of complex form of Fourier series, now we will see some sums based on it for better understanding of the concept. So the first sum here is find complex form of Fourier series where the value of function is minus 1 when x goes from minus 1 to 0 and the value of function is 1 when x goes from 0 to 1. As we already know, the value of 2L is equal to upper limit minus lower limit, that is equal to 1 minus of minus 1, that is 2. Therefore, L is equal to 1. As we have previously seen, f of x equal to summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity Cn into e raised to I n pi x by L. Now substituting the value of L as 1, we get f of x equal to summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity Cn into e raised to I n pi x. Now Cn equal to 1 by 2L integral minus L to L f of x into e raised to minus n pi I x by L into dx. Substituting the value of L as 1, we get Cn equal to 1 by 2 integral minus 1 to 1 f of x into e raised to minus n pi I x into dx. As the value of function is different for different limits, we are going to split the function according to the respective limits. Therefore, f of x equal to half integral minus 1 to 0 minus 1 into e raised to minus I n pi x into dx plus integral 0 to 1 into e raised to minus I n pi x into dx. As the integration of e raised to ax is equal to e raised to ax divided by a, therefore Cn equal to half minus e raised to minus n pi I x upon minus n pi I from minus 1 to 0 plus e raised to minus n pi I x upon minus n pi I from 0 to 1. Now if we substitute the value of limits, we get Cn equal to half minus I upon n pi 1 minus e raised to n pi I plus 1 upon n pi e raised to minus n pi I minus 1. As we already know, e raised to I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta, and the value of theta here is equal to n pi. Since sin n pi is equal to 0 and cos n pi is equal to minus 1 raised to n, therefore we are going to replace e raised to n pi I by minus 1 raised to n. Therefore, Cn equal to I upon 2 n pi minus 1 minus minus 1 raised to n plus minus 1 raised to n minus 1. Now if we open the bracket, we get Cn equal to I by n pi minus 1 raised to n minus 1. In this value of Cn, we cannot substitute the value of n as 0. If we substitute the value of n as 0, we will get Cn equal to not defined. Hence, we have to separately find out the value of C0. Therefore, C0 equal to 1 by 2L integral minus L to L f of x into dx. Now substituting the value of L as 1, we get C0 equal to half integral minus 1 to 1 f of x into dx. Now again splitting the limit, C0 equal to half integral minus 1 to 0 minus 1 into dx plus integral 0 to 1 into dx. The integration of 1 is x. Therefore, C0 equal to half minus x from minus 1 to 0 plus x from 0 to 1. Now if we open the brackets, we get the value of C0 as 0. Therefore, f of x equal to C0 plus summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity, where n cannot be 0, Cn into e raised to I n pi x. Now substituting the value of C0 and Cn, we get f of x equal to I by pi summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity, where n cannot be 0, minus 1 raised to n minus 1 by n into e raised to n pi I x. Now for the next part, I would like my teammate Lokesh to continue.
Thank you, Pratik. First of all, good afternoon to one and all present here.
Lokesh, there is audio problem from your side. वॉइस जो है वो रोबोट जैसा आ रहा है. कैन यू सी? वी कांट हियर यू प्रॉपरली. Take your time and check your mic. We will go for next question number 3. Later on we will check question number 2. Check your mic till time.
Hello everyone, I am Chinmay Samdani, roll number 103. Now I am going to explain third sum. Find the complex form of Fourier series f of x equals to e raised to ax, where x lies between minus pi to pi. Here, 2l equals to upper limit minus lower limit equals to pi minus of minus pi equals to 2 pi. Therefore, L equals to pi. So the complex form of Fourier series with period pi is f of x equals to summation of n equals to minus infinity to infinity Cn into e raised to in pi by L dx. we lock it as 1. Therefore, f of x equals to summation of n equals to minus infinity to infinity Cn into e raised to in x. Now, Cn equals to 1 upon 2L summation integration minus L to L f of x into e raised to minus nx I pi by L dx. After substituting the value of L, Cn equals to 1 upon 2 pi integration minus pi to pi e raised to x into e raised to minus I n x dx. Therefore, Cn equals to 1 upon 2 pi integration minus pi to pi e raised to x a minus in dx. Now integrating the values, Cn equals to 1 upon 2 pi e raised to x a minus in upon a minus in. Limits are minus pi to pi. Now putting the upper and lower limits, Cn equals to 1 upon 2 pi a minus in into e raised to pi a minus in minus e raised to minus pi a minus in. Therefore, Cn equals to 1 upon 2 pi a minus in into e raised to a pi into e raised to minus in pi minus e raised to minus a pi into e raised to in pi. Therefore, Cn equals to 1 upon 2 pi a minus in into e raised to a pi minus 1 raised to n minus e raised to minus a pi minus 1 raised to n. Since e raised to ni pi equals to e raised to minus ni pi equals to minus 1 raised to n. Therefore, Cn equals to minus 1 raised to n upon pi into a minus in into e raised to a pi minus e raised to minus a pi by 2. Next. Therefore, Cn equals to minus 1 raised to n upon pi a minus in into sine hyperbolic a pi. Since sine hyperbolic ax equals to e raised to ax minus e raised to minus ax by 2. Now we substitute this value in equation 1. Therefore, f of x equals to summation of n equals to minus infinity to infinity Cn into e raised to in x dx. Therefore, f of x equals to minus 1 summation of minus infinity to infinity minus 1 raised to n upon pi into a minus in sine hyperbolic a pi. Therefore, sine hyperbolic f of x equals to sine hyperbolic a pi upon pi summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity minus 1 raised to n into e raised to in x upon a minus in. Now, for summary systems, where I will continue.
Lukesh is remaining, so he can continue it.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, is this voice perfect?
Yes, definitely. Now you can start.
Okay, ma'am. So first of all, good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself, Lokesh Singh from SE Comms, and my serial number is 114. And now I'm going to continue further with the explanation of second sum. So question is that we have to find out complex form of Fourier series for f of x is equal to 2x and range lies between 0 to 2 pi. So now we'll continue with the answer. So as we all know that 2L is equal to upper limit minus lower limit, that is 2 pi minus 0 equal to 2 pi. Now suppose the complex form of Fourier series with period 2 pi is given by f of x is equal to summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity Cn e to the power n pi I x by L dx. And now by replacing the value of L, which is equal to pi, we get the equation as f of x is equal to summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity Cn e to the power I n x dx, and will consider this equation as number 1, in which the value of Cn is given by 1 by 2L integral 0 to 2L f of x e to the power minus n pi ix by L. And now again by replacing the value of L as pi and f of x, which is given as 2x, we get the equation as Cn is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi 2x e to the power minus nix dx. And now by cancelling the 2 and 2 and by using integration by parts, we get the equation as 1 by pi bracket x multiplied by e to the power minus nix divided by minus ni minus differentiation of x, that is 1 multiplied by e to the power minus nix divided by n square I square bracket close, and the limit is from 0 to 2 pi. And now by substituting value of upper limit and lower limit as 2 pi and 0. So if we put x is equal to 2 pi for upper limit, we get this as 1 by pi bracket 2 pi multiplied by e to the power minus 2 ni pi divided by minus ni minus, as the value of I square is minus 1, so it will become plus 1 by n square multiplied by e to the power minus 2 and I pi bracket close. And now we'll substitute x equal to 0 for lower limit. We get this as 0, as anything multiplied by 0 is 0, plus 1 by n square bracket close. Now there is a term in this equation, that is e to the power I theta is equal to cos theta plus. Now there is a term in this equation, that is e to the power I pi, and we will replace this term by using the Euler's formula, which is e to the power I theta equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. So if you substitute theta is equal to pi, we get this as e to the power I pi is equal to cos pi plus I sin pi, where cos pi is minus 1 and sin pi is 0. And we'll get this whole equation as 1 by pi bracket 2 pi multiplied by minus 1 to the power 2n divided by minus ni plus 1 by n square minus 1 to the power 2n minus 1 by n square bracket close, as the value of minus 1 to the power 2n is 1. And now by simplifying the equation, we will get the value of Cn as minus 2 by ni. And if we shift this I upwards, it will become as 2I by n. But remember, this condition is not applicable for the value n equal to 0. So why it is not applicable? Because if we put n equal to 0 in denominator, it will become not defined. And our limit is from n equals to minus infinity to plus infinity. So the value 0 must be in between these ranges. And that's why we have to find value of C0 also. So now by substituting n equal to 0, C0 is equal to 1 by 2L integral 0 to 2L f of x dx. And now again, by replacing the value of L as pi and f of x is equal to 2x, the equation will become as 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi 2x dx. And now again, by cancelling the 2 and 2, and as the integral of x is x square by 2, the equation will be 1 by pi bracket x square by 2, and the limit is from 0 to 2 pi. So now by substituting upper limit and lower limit, we get the value of C0 as 2 pi. And our final step is to get the value of f of x. So now equation 1 can be written as f of x is equal to C0 plus summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity Cn e to the power nix. And now again, by substituting the values, we finally get the value of f of x is equal to 2x plus summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity 2I by n e to the power nix. And this is the final value of f of x. Now I would like to hand over to my teammate Swara to continue with further.
Let's summarize everything for better understanding. So, the introduction part, which was given by Srishti, was about who is the person behind the Fourier series, what was his idea, and what basically is Fourier series. Uh, that is, f of x is equal to a naught by 2 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity a n cos n pi x by l plus b n sin n pi x by l. We then saw applications by Jamith, that how waves can be simplified and studied easily through examples. We also saw some examples, that is vibration analysis, electrical circuits, etc. And further will be explained by Srishti.
Srishti, mic.
Hello friends, we know that Swarangi explained the derivation of complex form of Fourier series, that is f of x is equal to a naught upon 2 plus summation from 1 to infinity an cos nx plus bn sin nx will be equal to a naught upon 2 plus summation from 1 to infinity an e raised to inx plus e raised to minus inx upon 2 plus bn e raised to inx minus e raised to minus inx upon 2I is equal to a naught upon 2 plus summation from 1 to infinity an minus ibn upon 2 e raised to inx plus summation from 1 to infinity an plus ibn upon 2 e raised to minus inx will be equal to summation from 1 to infinity cn e raised to inx. As we know that some questions were solved by Lokesh, Chinmay and Prithvi. Hope you guys understood well whatever we tried to explain to you. Thank you.